Welcome. I've been expecting your arrival. It is I, the GOAT, and in today's video I will be talking about the healthiest fast food options. I won't talk about any salads because that would just be boring and the most obvious choice. For some of the fast food places, there's just no redeemable qualities, so I have to find whatever the healthiest item they've got or had is. Some choices are definitely going to be obvious, but there's honestly nothing I could do about that. The fast food places I will be talking about are, not in order by the way, McDonald's, KFC, Burger King, Subway, Chick-Fil-A, Pollo Loco, Taco Bell, and Chipotle. Finally, like and subscribe as well. I would greatly appreciate it. Also, here's Teddy, the drawing request from Keffler Wilson. Thank you, Keffler. If you have any other drawing requests, let me know and I'll draw it. Thank you for all the support. And with all that being said, and hoping I'm not forgetting anything important, let us begin. Starting off with McDonald's, a notorious fast food place for being unhealthy, we have the fruit and maple oatmeal. When doing research, I had no idea this item existed, which is perfect because now we have variety. The oatmeal has some fruits in it, apples, cranberries, and raisins. Nutritional value is around 280 to 320 calories, 4 grams of total fat, about 55 grams of total carbs, which is not bad at all. 7 grams of protein, a little low, 9 grams of added sugar, and 5 grams of fiber. It's also $1.99 without tax. Nothing else worth noting, just a simple, surprising, healthy breakfast from McDonald's. Of course, if you're diabetic or suffer from any other health issues, then take everything I say with a grain of salt. Only you know what you should be consuming. We now move on to Burger King, and the healthiest item they have is the grilled chicken sandwich. Yeah, this one's pretty obvious. For the most part, grilled chicken will always be healthier than fried chicken. Chicken is one of the healthiest meats to be eating, other than like fish and eggs. Let's look at the stats of the chicken sandwich though. 430 calories, 11 grams of total fat, 3 grams of saturated fat, 0 grams of trans fat, which is the worst type of fat to be consuming, so having 0 is always a good thing. 870 milligrams of sodium, which is not too bad, it could be a lot worse. And 40 grams of protein, which is the most important thing and the only thing that matters. There's also this other chicken sandwich, but this one has less protein, so who cares? This chicken sandwich is a lean, low-calorie, high-protein meal. Also, I don't know if this is true or not, but I've noticed the protein scales with the calories for the most part. For example, like stuff with no protein gets the calories from sugar most of the time. And then food with higher protein will scale. I don't know if that makes any sense, but that's just something I noticed with a lot of different fruits. But I don't know, it's kind of interesting if I'm not spreading misinformation. My favorite pastime. Let's go to a widely well-known healthier fast food place, Chick-Fil-A. Chick-Fil-A has a lot of different healthy options to choose from. So besides the salad, what would it be? For the salad option, the Cobb salad is easily the healthiest option they got, but I'm not really counting salad, so let's go to the next best thing. And what I think the next best thing is the chicken noodle soup. Chicken noodle soup is known to have many benefits, especially when you're sick. It'll help keep you hydrated while providing a good source of protein and help you with immune system support. The soup from Chick-fil-A has shredded chicken breast, chopped carrots, celery, egg noodles, and a hearty broth. It has 255 calories, 32 grams of carbohydrates, 17 grams of protein, 6.5 grams of fat, and 1,890 milligrams of sodium. Definitely a bit high on the sodium side, but electrolytes do contain sodium, which is what helps you keep you hydrated in the first place. Salt is an important part for the human body, but overconsumption of sodium can also hurt. Just be wary of the amount of salt you consume in a day. The next fast food place we have is Taco Bell. Taco Bell is a mix of healthy and unhealthy options. I will be the biggest Taco Bell meat rider and say Taco Bell is an excellent place to get full for relatively cheap. But for the healthiest option, I would have to pick the Cantina Chicken Bowl. Before I get into the stats, the Cantina Chicken Bowl costs $8.19, which for Taco Bell is more on the expensive side. So for me, it's not really worth the price per calorie ratio. But if you're on a calorie deficit, this is a very healthy item. Or relatively healthy item. It has 480 to 530 calories, which will help keep you relatively full for a while. 24 grams of protein, which is alright. 1,170 milligrams of sodium, which is kind of on the higher end, but keep in mind fast food is almost always salty, so it's not surprising. And then here's the rest of the stuff. The Cantina Chicken Bowl is a pretty healthy item compared to most fast food items, but of course, it's always going to be better to make homemade meals. The next place we got is Pollo Loco. To me, this is just a healthier Taco Bell. A bit more on the pricey end, but I think it's worth it for the quality they produce. They provide many healthy options, and honestly, probably the healthiest fast food place, or at least top 3. The healthiest item I have is their new Fit Bowls. This is pretty much Taco Bell's Cantina Bowl, but on crack. I think it's like $15 after tax, but I think it's worth it. Just look at these stats. Yes, I see there's an abysmal amount of sodium, but hear me out. With the fresh vegetables they provide, vitamins and minerals, it's low in sugar, relatively low in fat when you compare it to the protein. 74 grams of protein. That's almost 3 times the amount Taco Bell has. But if you think about it, Taco Bell would be more expensive for less protein, because even 2 Cantina chicken bowls don't add up to the Pollo Loco's protein. I definitely think it's worth the extra bit of cash you'll spend. We are now down to our last 3, and we move on to KFC, one of the most unhealthiest fast food places to ever exist. But I have to try to at least say something nice about it. The green beans. Green beans is pretty much all they have. They serve mostly fried chicken, so none of that is going to be healthy. I don't know, KFC has never been the same in quality or health-wise. I don't know, KFC was never known as a medical item. Unless... Down to the final 2 fast food places we have is Chipotle. Chipotle is pretty healthy in comparison to other fast food places. There isn't one dish I could recommend because now it's just up to preference. Chicken, beans for the protein, rice for the carbs, tomatoes, guacamole, or other vegetables for the vitamins. However healthy you want it, it's up to you to decide. And finally, the last place I wanted to talk about is Subway. Subway is also a pretty decently healthy place compared to the others, and just like Chipotle, it's up to preference. There are more veggie options in Subway and a decent selection of meat, but the sandwich most people would consider to be the healthiest is the Veggie Delight on 9-grain wheat bread loaded with vegetables. This sandwich is low in calories, fat, and sodium while providing a good source of fiber and vitamins from the vegetables. You can also opt out for healthier choices like oven roasted turkey, grilled chicken, or roast beef, etc. For fast food, it's definitely a quick way for a healthy meal. Prices, on the other hand, won't be good for your mental health, but fast food is just so expensive nowadays, it doesn't even matter anymore. Well, that's all for today, fellas. Bit of a shorter video. I was busy playing Donkey Kong Bonanza. But if you watched this far, thank you for the support, like and subscribe and all that. And I'll see y'all fellas next time. Take care.